Hi everybody. This October's lesson is all about God's call and our response. I always think of a story in visiting my niece one day. I walked into the backyard where she was playing, and when I got there, she's sitting at a picnic table, and there she had a turtle on top of her picnic table. And I said to her, "Whose turtle is it?" She says, "I don't know." I said, "How did it get there?" She says, "I don't know, it just got there." Well, you and I both know turtles don't just get on top of tables. Somebody has to put them there. Turtles don't fly. And it's not exactly flattering, but you and I are a lot like the turtle. We end up at a lot of neat places, all put there by God, who puts us places, and how we respond is our gift back to God. We studied Jonah this week. Jonah gets a call from God, and he's got to do something with that call. Go to Nineveh and talk to these people. And he hears the call, and he says, "I'm not going to go to Nineveh." And he leaves, and he goes in the opposite direction. And all of a sudden, he gets on a boat, and a storm, and he finally gets thrown off and swallowed up in the belly of the whale. And we saw that in church this week. And then all of a sudden Jonah ends up spit up on a beach by the whale, and he reads a sign that says Nineveh. He says, "Well, I'm here. I guess I'll go preach God's word." How we respond to God's word is what this lesson is all about. This week's gospel is all about an elderly woman who wants something from a judge, and the judge says, "I'm really powerful, but this woman's driving me nuts. She puts the dead mouse in my mailbox. She calls me at 12 o'clock at night. She's very persistent." Prayer's persistent. We have to continue to talk to our God. Last week we had the story. Last week we had the story of the mustard seed, which talked about God, give me more faith. And he said, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you could say to that tree, get up and jump over there. What we do it is our response. I frequently see people who pass me in the hallways and want to talk to me and said, maybe I don't want to talk to Father Bob, and they try to leave. Well, every once in a while they'll knock on my door when I'm back in the office and say, "Do you got 2 minutes for a confession, for reconciliation?" And I'm quick to tell them that they're responding to God's call for them to go to reconciliation. They couldn't leave the grounds, the church, they couldn't pull out of the parking lot. God was calling them, and they're responding, to God's grace to come in here. That's our lesson today. God bless.